The Southampton Boat Show is about to get underway, and the event is not only a chance for people to have a look around at the latest technology or even the most expensive luxury vessels, but for some it's also the first chance they get to experience sailing for the first time, and the perfect opportunity to announce this year's nominations for Yachtsman and Young Sailor of the Year. Here to tell us more is Chris English. Well, Chris, thank you so much for coming in. And as we mentioned there, the Southampton Boat Show is a fantastic opportunity to announce kind of these winners of the nautical scene.
Oh, a tremendous opportunity, and Southampton is really the premier boat show. London, unfortunately, has lost its way a little bit because ever since it moved out of Earl's Court over to Docklands, but Southampton is a great shop window for everybody, whether you're selling or possibly buying multi-million pound powerboats, or you just want to buy a little gizmo for your existing boat.
And I think what's great about Southampton as well is that where it is right next to the water, some people generally do sail to the boat show.
Oh, very much so. And of course the boat show is about boats, and where else can you go and actually step on board a boat afloat, not inside some warehouse somewhere. And it makes a great venue, and it couldn't be better, really.
And as we said there before, you're announcing the nominations for this year's awards for Yachtsman of the Year and Young Sailor of the Year as well. So it's quite a hotly contested competition.
Oh, it is very much. I mean, basically what happens is we invite nominations from anybody. You don't have to be a member of the Yachting Journalists Association. You can be anybody who is witnessed or knows about somebody who's done very well. For example, the existing Yachtsman of the Year, the current holder, Gavin Reid, who lives in Southsea, won it because he, in the middle of the ocean, came across a disabled yacht, and because the guy was stuck up the mast. So he swam between the two yachts in the middle of the ocean, climbed aboard, climbed up the mast without any help or any bosun's chair, untangled the guy. They both then climbed down, and he just carried on. He was a member of the Clipper race, and he carried on as if nothing was too much. And to add to that, he's profoundly deaf.
Wow.
So, you know, that coupled with some of the names in boating, some of the historic names, Sir Francis Chichester, Sir Max Aitken, who initiated the award back in 1955, so it's been going every year since then. And just about every name you can think of in boating is on the list, and on the name is engraved on that trophy.
Wow. And as part of what you're trying to achieve at this year's shows, you're introducing a new contest as well, not necessarily for people who are already on the water, but for people that maybe have an interest in yachting journalism.
Well, we're very conscious that people need to get started in any job, and I'm sure you know, Richard, in television it can be difficult to get started, that first break. If you've been able to have work published, whether it be photography, video, audio, or the written word, that gives you a head start. So what we're asking people to do is to write a blog about anything to do with boating and send us that. We will then judge them. All these awards, including the Young Sailor Award, which was at first introduced in 1993, they're all about achievement. But with the young blogger, it's about self-achievement and get something that they know they can make a career. Once the nominations are in, they're then voted for by the members of the Yachting Journalists Association, and the award presentation takes place in Trinity House, just by the Tower of London, in January.
Wow. And another point about the show as well is that it's a fantastic opportunity for young people to get involved maybe in sailing for the first time. And as a yachting journalist yourself, am I right?
You are.
How easy, how accessible is it for young people to get into sailing?
Well, very. I mean, there are over 1,000 sailing clubs around the UK. And if you've ever fancied getting out in a boat, just go along. to your local club. If you don't know where they are, just wander about, look on Google or whatever, and go along and say, I'd like to try this, and they will fall over themselves to help you, because they want young people coming into the sport as much as we want future yachting journalists.
And of course, it's not necessarily the cost that isn't involved anymore, because you don't have to own your own vessel anymore. You can rent, or again, if you use one of these clubs, you can use theirs.
Well, and of course, yacht charter in sunnier climes, the Greek islands, and all around the world, you can hire a yacht, but they will need some experience, and you can gain that through the Royal Yachting Association. Runs various courses to get people experience so they can enjoy sailing and boating around the world. Incidentally, it's not just sailing, it's any form of water sports. So it can be powerboating, canoeing, windsurfing, kite surfing, any kind of water sports involved at all.
Excellent. Well, the boat show itself starts on Friday and runs for a week from then on, but if people wanted to get involved in the contest that we've spoken about tonight, how do they go about doing that?
Well, we have a website, which is yja.co.uk. Just click on that and you'll have all the information and a nomination form and detailed information about entering the Young Blogger competition.
Okay, or do you have a stand at the show that people can come and find you?
We won't be, but the launch takes place on the Premier Marina stand, which overlooks the harbour, the specially built harbour at Southampton Boat Show, and that takes place at 10:45 on Friday.
Fantastic. Chris, thank you so much for coming in.
A pleasure, Richard.